So I'm starting, well actually we're about almost 2 miles into it. We're doing the Mount of the Holy Cross Ridge, which is a high 13er. I'm doing it with Jared and Chasidey. What's your last name?
Geisler.
Geisler. I just met him this morning. Actually, we've been planning the trip, and we're friends on Facebook, so we know each other pretty well. But we just met in person this morning. I think we're around 10,500 feet or so, or maybe a little higher. The campground where we camped last night was 10,400. But as you can see, we've already got some snow. And I talked to somebody who came down the route we're going to do this morning, which is called the Halo Ridge. And he said he came down in a lightning storm with snow. So hopefully we're getting an early enough start we can avoid the lightning.
I got us at 11-1.
Okay, that's about right. We're at the fork for the Notch Mountain Trail. Switchback steeply up to a shelter. I think the trail ends after that, then we're on our own along the ridge to the summit. We actually have two false summits. One's a ranked 13er and the other's an unranked 13er. So we're about 3 miles into it. A little bit of grapple coming out of the sky.
11-7.
We're at 11.7, according to my navigator. The Notch Mountain Shelter. Yeah, this is a good place to camp. I doubt there's any wood for the fire.
Bring your own wood.
Yeah, you can get a nice rip-roaring fire going on here. Man, it was a lot of work to build this thing. This is the famous Halo Ridge. We got some nice views as soon as the clouds start to lift up. And it's a little bit of wind. There's snow to deal with. Fresh snow, probably from yesterday. So we're coming off the first 13er, which is right back there. They're not very high 13ers, they're like 13.2 and 13.3. But we got to go up and over 2 13ers before we get to the mountain proper. Lots of fun. This is pretty easy. Oh, there goes a little pika. Can you see the pika? Beep. Okay, so we got to go up over this 13er and then just keep on going along the ridge. God damn, it's a long ways. Seems like a long ways, but it's only 2 miles from the shelter. So stop complaining. And climb up. I guess that must be it right there. And then Mount of the Holy Cross is to the right. We're not loving the idea of returning on this. So there's alternatives. One alternative is to drop down to those lakes, which is considered to be the easy route. And the other alternative is just to go up and over Mount of the Holy Cross and then go down the Mount of the Holy Cross Trail. The drawback to that is you got to drop 1,000 feet of elevation and then climb back up along the way. But the parking lot was full of cars. So there's lots of people here, I presume, climbing Mount of the Holy Cross because it's a 14er. Maybe a couple of them climbing this one. So what do you think? Chasidey, are you having fun yet?
Totally. Are you having fun?
You know, if we did drop down to those lakes, there's less snow down there. Looks like you get up in this flat spot up here below the actual summit of Mount of the Holy Cross, and then you just drop straight down to a basin, a tiny basin that's the head of the upper lake. So we're dropping off of the second 13er and coming down to a flat spot where we're going to do the final ascent of the Holy Cross Ridge. Well, that's Mount of the Holy Cross to the right. The ridge is to the left. Final push up Mount of the Holy Cross Ridge. Piece of cake! That came from somebody's last name, I guess. So those are the two Hare Lakes, or maybe it's the Indian name. And we're starting to warm up to the idea of going down to the lakes for our route back. Otherwise, we got to climb that mountain over there.
3.84 back to the fork. All downhill.
But we don't have to go back up.
No.
Oh well, I think that decides.
Like, oh, well, that.
I think we're reaching a consensus. Yeah, because it doesn't look too bad. I know we'd have to go back up over that 13er, which is the first 13er. Then we got another 13er after that, which you can't see. It's over the hump. Pretty serious business. That's a pretty challenging route. I would say that's a challenging route without snow.
Oh,
The snow definitely added.
yeah, just it added a little bit of like pucker factor, like check your steps rather than dry rock.
Yeah, and the rocks would move, and then you'd slip. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
See.
Be so one of those to me.
So we're going down the Talus route, down to the lakes. Well, I'm guessing the animals know what they're doing, so I'm following them. Pretty big prints. Maybe a coyote. But there's two of them. Here comes my crew. Pretty special place to be in the world. And this is the tiny basin that Jerry Roach describes. The animals know what they're doing, so we'll trust the animals.
Okay. I'm heavier than the animals, though.
It's all that stuff you're carrying. So this is Upper Tuhari Lake, which Jerry Roach says is one of the finest alpine lakes in Colorado. And it really is. I mean, it's big. And it's above 12,000 feet. Very unique. Someday, when I grow up, I'm going to spend more time at these lakes, descending to lower Tuhari Lake. So the trip is done. It's about 14 and a half miles. Very successful day. I'm gonna drive home. It's about almost a 4-hour drive. Get back to Manitou Springs.